Oh no, Supercell's removing assassins. I agree. It's an introductory brawler to our assassins to our player base. He's a very iconic brawler in our player base. However, he is too polarizing from the player base's liking of him. Like and subscribe. Kenji is a very new brawler, and with his legendary status, many players wouldn't even know he existed. Despite being legendary, he barely adds anything new to this game, and is quite hated by our player base. Boss is a forgettable brawler compared to his class. He was very unique, but many brawlers do what he does but better. However, the player base enjoys using his sniper, increasing his iconicity. Crow is one of our first legendaries for old and new players. This makes him very iconic in our player base. His interesting gimmicks also still make him very interesting. Sam is a very toxic brawler. He encouraged hyper-aggressive gameplay. However, starting out with a super is intrinsically awful design. He gets rewarded with dying, and nobody plays him. Why do I hear sobbing? Melody is an iconic brawler in our community. Though she is new, many players talk about it, and she is widely loved by our players. And her mechanics are quite very fair and unique. Fang is a hated brawler in our community, and compared to other assassins, he is widely forgotten. Although his gimmicks and unique mechanics managed to keep him above last place. Stu is an iconic brawler. He is widely loved by the community. However, the biggest issue is his competition. All of the above are more iconic and are more healthy, but definitely the top of his tier. Coriolis is a recent legendary, as many of our players' base doesn't even have him. However, his Shadow Realm is a very interesting gimmick that is implemented very healthily and fair. Lily is the exact opposite of Cordelia. She is an unhealthy brawler that requires an overhaul of gadgets in one game mode. She has a free escape and approach tool, which breaks the concept of assassins. Miko is an extremely hated and recent brawler in our community. He's a brawler that is weak in competitive play and downright unfair in low ladder. He has the same problems as Lily but more accentuated. Leon is very similar to Crow. He is very iconic, being our first legendary, and he has extremely unique mechanics that is extremely unique and an assassin. Shade is a very recent brawler that the player base has grown fond of. He has very unique mechanics and traits compared to all brawlers, however, being too recent has hurt him. Morris is one of the most iconic brawlers. He has extremely unique mechanics that can barely be replaced, and he's by far our most loved brawler. Leon and Shade were swiftly swapped. I need to stop listening to the clouds. Anyways.